All right, family. I want to thank you for joining us another edition of Lincoln Humble News. We're going to go ahead and get it started. Today is April 27, 2021. All right, so let's get it started from zerohedge.com. All right, selling frenzy among Bank of America clients accelerates buybacks of Soar, sending market to high record highs. All right, so we got Bank of America clients that they're now selling all sorts of shares. They're not selling shares, they're selling stocks, they're selling everything in their mama. And the only thing that's keeping the markets from tanking, as you can see, is the company corporations around every corner of the world are doing stock buybacks. That's the only thing that's keeping the markets from collapsing down. If you really want to think about it, family, there are only five things that are keeping the markets afloat. That is the Federal Reserve; they're buying up all the stocks, and this corporations themselves are buying their own stocks. All right, so about that. That's what particularly what's going on. The Federal Reserve, their private central bank is which is owned by foreigners, is buying up stocks, and the stocks are being bought up. The outstanding shares are that they're being bought up by the corporations themselves. All right, that's what's keeping going on. But if you see Bank of America clients, they're accelerating their selling of their own stocks. All right, they know something is coming down the line. The banks are sending red flash warning signals that something is about to go down. You need to get out while you can. All right. So go ahead and get this article from zerohedge.com as well too. All right. And then we're gonna switch over to the tradingeconomics.com and look at the M1 money supply. All right. Look at this, family. All right. Look at April. Follow my little cursor right here. Look how this is in the billions. All right. 481.9 billion. And then take a look at just about a year. All right. Look at where we are now. This is unsustainable. People, if you ask that question, like, well, what is it? What has to put more money in the currency does? It devalues your purchasing power. It causes loss of confidence in that currency, and since there's more of it, the products and goods you need to buy with that money, takes a lot more of that currency to purchase that money. So if you have, say for instance, you want to go get some groceries, those same groceries that used to cost you, let's say that like we used to go to average grocery store, because I got a big large family here, and I used to pay like maybe $175 every 2 weeks. Now I'm paying $250 easily every time I go to the grocery store and we pack up. All right, because I got some big teenagers here. All right. So that's because the money supply has increased, which has caused that purchasing power to go down. The more tight the money supply is, the more purchasing power you have. The more money that's in circulation, the less purchasing power you have. All right. So they keep printing more money. Guess what? You're gonna be start seeing a gallon of milk run you about it. That's gonna run you about a good $6, $7, $8. All right. So go ahead and look at this. This is from tradingeconomics.com. Get a hold of the M1 money supply. How much money is actually in the economy. All right. And if you think that's bad, all right, that has also had repercussions of going overseas. With purchasing power of the US dollar, many foreign nations have US dollars in their reserves. All right, sorry about that. All right, and this is from an article from Gattaca.com, Gattaca.org, GATA.org. Russia ditches the dollar in more than half his exports. All right, so they're not using any of the dollars to purchase anything anymore. All right, and they got not just the imports, but look at the exports. That means you can't buy Russian exports with U.S. dollars anymore. They want you to come with something else, another currency, or flat out they want precious metals. All right, gold and silver, or they ventured with the Chinese on the gold trade note. All right, for all futures contracts. All right. If you skip down here more, it says most of the slump in the dollar U.S. Dollar use came from Russia and trade with China. More than three-quarters of which now conducted in euros. See, there they go. They done went from dollars to euros. They can say the euro is maybe the cleanest out of a basket full of poop. All right. According to the central bank data published Monday, the common currency the common currency shares in total exports jumped more than 10%, 10 percentage points from 36 to 36%, the data shows. All right. So the de-dollarization of the world is continuing. It's continuing at a feverish pace. More and more nations around the world are dumping the dollar. They're using to go to other currencies. They don't want to get paid in U.S. dollars anymore. We have too much in currency, too much international. Sorry about that. They have too many dollars in circulation, not only in domestically here in the U.S., but also around the world, international dollars as well. So the more dollars they keep printing, the more you think that's going to cause people to lose confidence. We think here in the U.S. because they keep printing out stimulus check after stimulus check, people have gotten dependent on that, not realizing that that has caused rents to go up. People can't afford gas, groceries. Their bills are coming up left and right. Uh, Out of control electric bills, gas bills, water bills. That has caused all that money to be eaten up, and all it did was just create more money, supply more money to be in circulation. All right, and that has caused overseas partners in foreign countries to go ahead and dump the dollar as well. All right, so go ahead and get this story from Gattaca.org. All right, and then for our final story here today, we're gonna take another look at U.S.Debtclock.org. Take a look at that U.S. national debt at $28 trillion. Look at the U.S. federal tax revenues is about $3 trillion. We're running a national debt of 28 trillion. This is what they're saying. We're gonna show you the real number, but total federal revenues that come in, that don't make no sense. That do not make any sense at all. All right, then if you look toward the right of the U.S. national debt, look at that, $85,000 in change per debt for U.S. citizens. That's how much each citizen of this country entitled to the U.S. debt. All right, and debt per taxpayer. So if you're a tax-paying person, if you're a taxpayer, man or woman in the U.S., you now, thanks to our geniuses in the government who can't count straight, uh, now $224,748. All right, I can't afford that. Most of us can't. I can't tell you what's really going on. All right, and if you skip down here, you see total U.S. debt. All right, unfunded debt with interest, $86 trillion. All right, so when you see U.S. national debt, that's the national debt. But you want to see total U.S. debt, what is owes. That's here in the U.S. to creditors here in the U.S. and around the world, $86 trillion. All right, but let's skip down here and get to the real issue right here. All right, think about this one: total U.S. unfunded liability. This is the real U.S. debt. It can never be repaid, and I mean never. All right, think about it. U.S. is debt $162 trillion. All right, total national assets $161 trillion. All right, we're operating at over 101 debt to GDP. All right, that is, you cannot operate a nation like that. You cannot sustain that. All right, we're operating literally at 101% debt to GDP. All right, we cannot sustain what's going on, and it's going to come to a head. All right, so be prepared out there. Please be safe. Get your financials together. All right, and as we always say here, because we want to thank you for always joining us in another edition of Melon Economic News. Become your own banker. Become your own savings and loans. Become your own credit union. You're your own best financier. Take care of yourself. Once again, we thank you for joining us in another edition of Melanie Economic News. Let's get that barter system started with your neighbors. Get the neighbors together. Get that community barter system going. Reach out to other communities and get the barter system started. Keep it going. All politics is local. All right, it starts at the bottom. All right, never starts at the top. All right, I want to thank you for.